This is the headstone of Julie and Robin Kerry. Julie, 20, a budding poet. Robin, her sister, 19, had just gone up to college. The headstone gives the date of their death, April the 5th, 1991, for both the sisters. And a story lies behind that date. It was on that date that the two sisters were pushed off a bridge, the Chain of Rocks bridge over the Mississippi. Julie's body was found downriver a few weeks later. Robin's body was never found. It's a tragic story of the murder of two young sisters who had their life before them. But the tragedy doesn't end there, because already one man has been executed for their deaths. Another man is on death row here in St. Louis, Missouri. And in a few months' time he will find out too whether he will also die. And we've come here to look into the story and the mystery behind it, and also to find out a bit more about some of the very disturbing lessons it tells us about capital punishment in America. That evening, the two Kerry sisters and their cousin, Thomas Cummins, went to hang out on the deserted Chain of Rocks bridge. A few hours later, Cummins sounded the alarm, hailing a passing driver who called the police. Cummins told detectives that his cousins had both been raped by a group of young men who stripped the young women of their clothes and threw them into the river below. He was then forced to jump in after them, but made it ashore. Police initially doubted Cummins' story, and he was held on suspicion of murder. In police interviews, he gave several versions of events, even saying he had tried to hug one of his cousins on the bridge, and she had lost her balance and accidentally fell into the river. But Cummins quickly retracted, and detectives turned their attention to 4 other men who had also been on the bridge that night. 4 men were arrested: Daniel Winfrey, Antonio Richardson, Marlin Gray, and Reggie Clemens. Reggie Clemens confessed to raping one of the girls, but not to murdering them. A confession he claims was beaten out of him by officers of St. Louis police.
When he's brought before the judge with the charges, he doesn't leave to go to his jail cell, he leaves to go to the hospital. And that's because Judge Michael David ordered him to go to the hospital, because standing there before him, he was evidently needed medical attention.
I remember the police mainly beating me in the chest, and that was something that scared me a whole lot. And while they were beating me, they were telling me what they wanted me to admit to.